Hey, it's Tiffany here from the System Suite, and I want to walk you through a 17 hats workflow tutorial. So I know that this is a very fun task because this will help you to automate different parts of your business so that you are systemized and organized. So here is what your dashboard will look like in 17 hats. And you'll click on the workflow. So this is just a new brand that I created just to walk you through for this tutorial, okay? Now, if it's your first workflow that you're building, it's going to look like this, where it's going to say create workflow. If you already have existing workflows, on the right-hand side, you want to see templates and something else, but you'll still have the opportunity to create a workflow. So just if you're new to 17 hats and new to building a workflow, as you see here, it helps you to streamline and automate your business. It's a list of repeatable tasks that you complete to deliver to your clients, right? It helps the client experience be smooth and organized and professional, and it stops you from having to do certain things. So I'm just going to title this test workflow. But what you will do is title it consultation. Right? This could be your consultation workflow. This could also be your client onboarding workflow. And I'll do client onboarding because client onboarding is very important. So client onboarding is when you are welcoming a new client to your team. So if you have to put that in here. I'm doing this live, unedited, so you can really see how it goes. And if I have any issues or hiccups, you can see them live because I don't want you to think that building a workflow is perfect. All right, so the first thing you're going to do to add items, to add steps to your workflow is click on add. So you can add a to-do, something for you to personally do. You can add an action or you can pause the workflow. Now, I'm going to do this without using any templates, but I'm going to show you how your email templates can be plugged in here. So client onboarding, again, is when you are welcoming a new client. So the first thing that I'm going to do is add a to-do action for myself. And I'm just going to say check for invoice payment. Because before I want to officially welcome the client, I want to ensure that he or she has completed or fulfilled their invoice. If you have different members on your team, you'll be able to assign the task to a different person if necessary. So let me just hit save. All right. So what this will do is once this workflow triggers, this to-do action will go on your to-do list, and you'll also see it on your dashboard. And so workflow now looks different. So let's just go to templates because I'm creating this template and open up the workflow. So I'm going to check to make sure that that person has paid their invoice. Now I'm going to send them an email. Okay, so I'm going to add an action to my workflow. Now you see there are many actions to add. You only have this access if you are a level 3 17 hats user. So you want to make sure that you are a level 3 17 hats user. And if you're not, I'll put a link at the bottom of this video for you to get a level 3 account. So in 17 hats, you can send an email, questionnaire, quote, contract, invoice. There are many actions that you can do within your workflow. Pause. Let me say this as a side note. The best way to build a workflow is to do it by pen and paper first, or pencil and paper first. If you are building a workflow and organizing the steps that need to take place, I highly, highly encourage you to do it on paper first think it through first, and then come in here and plug it into 17 hats. Yeah, that's super important. All right, so let's send an email. And we are not going to approve it before sending because we want it to go out automatically. There are times when you may want to approve before sending, okay? And I want this to happen 0 days after the previous item is complete, the checklist. And 0 means automatically. If you want to set a delay, then you can set it for 1 day, 4 days, it's up to you, but 0 days, so it can go out automatically. Now, template. So I am going to create an email template. If you already have templates created in 17 hats, they will populate here. But this is just a new brand that I created for the purpose of this video, this tutorial. So I'm going to create a template. And so I'm going to say, I'm going to name this new client welcome. Right? And I can say, welcome to whatever you want your subject line to be. And then I'm going to insert a token, first name, comma. I always just do the token because I never want to misspell a client's name. We are so excited to serve you here at, I'm going to plug in a token, my company name. You can expect to our operating hours are in the next, whatever you would say to your clients, okay? You know what you would put in that welcome email. If you need to attach a file or image, you can do that as well, okay? And I'm going to click save. Again, so this action is sending an email. This is the new client welcome email. I want it to go out automatically as soon as the previous task is completed, and I'm going to hit save, okay? So let's say you are working on that project and you like to send client updates. Maybe the first update is always the same. Again, this is why you want to outline your process on paper first. But let's just say you want to send another email. So we're going to go to, oh, you know what? Let's do a questionnaire, which is impromptu me making this up, okay? So you want to check to make sure the client paid their invoice. You're going to send them a welcome email. And now let's send your new client a questionnaire, okay? Now, see where it says template? I don't have any here. That's because I haven't created the questionnaire, okay? So what you would want to do is hover over the documents and email tab, new template, and then you can create your questionnaire. I am not going to create a questionnaire right now. I will tag a video below of how to create questionnaires in 17 hats. But I think that would be a great plug-in, a great step in your workflow, because maybe there's some information that you want to collect from your client, okay? And then you can plug that questionnaire to go to your client 1 day after the welcome email, right? And then you would hit save. So I can't save it now because there's no questionnaire attached, but that's what you would do. And then you could add another email, right? So again, this is just a quick run through of how to set up a workflow in 17 hats. This is, a client onboarding, welcoming your new client. But hopefully you just get the hang of, you could add a to-do item for yourself, or you can add an action. Now, when you have a long workflow, you will pause it for different reasons, but I want to keep this tutorial simple. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please comment below. I will also, in the comments, post a video of how to create a questionnaire in your workflow, because it's very important. It's a very important tool for you to use in 17 hats when gathering information from your clients. So please like this video. And again, comment below if you have any questions.